We found the following reports written in the book of Joseph the high priest, who some say is Caiaphas. Now it happened shortly after the 2 months, in the 309th year of the reign of Alexander, when Joseph the carpenter was living apart from his wife Mary in her house, that a registration was imposed according to the edict of Augustus Caesar the king, that everyone in the inhabited world should register in his own town. This registration was the first to take place during the governorship of Quirinius in Syria. So everyone returned to enroll in their own hometowns. It was needful, therefore, for Joseph to sign on with Mary in Bethlehem, because they, being of the tribe of Judah and the stock and lineage of David, were both from there. By then it was approaching 9 months from her time of conception, and by then Mary was great with child. "I will enter my sons," said Joseph, "but what am I to do with this girl? How am I to register her? As my wife? I am too embarrassed to admit that. Perhaps as my daughter. I cannot, for the children of Israel are all aware that she is not my daughter. No, on this, the Lord's day, the Lord will do as he sees fit." So the aged and righteous Joseph got up, packed some essentials, saddled his donkey, and seated her on it. Joseph then left the city of Nazareth, his son leading and himself trailing behind. They passed through Galilee and entered into Judea, then traveled on to Jerusalem and Bethlehem. And as they were approaching the 3rd milestone, Joseph turned around and noticed Mary looking sad. So he thought within himself, "Perhaps the child within her is causing her anguish." Later on, Joseph turned around and saw her laughing out loud. So he asked her, "Mary, why do I see laughter on your face one minute and sorrow on it the next?" And Mary replied to Joseph, "I can see 2 peoples with these eyes of mine, one of them weeping in bitterness, and one triumphing in utter joy." When they reached the halfway point along the road to Bethlehem, Mary called out to Joseph, "I see 2 nations before me, one weeping and the other rejoicing." "Sit quietly upon your beast," answered Joseph, "and speak only when necessary." A handsome young man, all dressed in white, appeared before them there and asked, "Joseph, why did you say that the words that were spoken by Mary concerning the 2 peoples were superfluous? For she saw the Jewish people weeping because they have abandoned their God, and the Gentile people rejoicing because they have drawn near to the Lord, even as he promised to our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For the time has now come for a blessing to be extended toward all the nations of the children of Abraham." And after he had spoken this, they drew near to the cave. And the angel commanded the donkey to stop, for it happened at that point that the time for her to give birth had come. Mary then let Joseph know that it was her time, and that she would be unable to make it into town. The angel then told Mary to come down from her beast. "Joseph," said Mary, "take me off of this donkey, for the child within me is struggling to come out." And Joseph helped her down from it. And the throes of childbirth drove her to the base of a palm, where she lamented, "Oh, that I had only died before and passed into oblivion." And from within a voice cried out, "Do not be sad, for below at your feet your Lord has provided you with a brook. Now if you should shake the palm of it, it will drop fresh, ripe dates into your lap. Eat, drink, and rejoice therefore. And if you should meet with anyone, merely say, 'I have sworn a fast to the Lord this day, and will not speak with any man.'" And Joseph asked her, "Where am I to take you in this forsaken place that I might conceal your disgrace?" "Enter into an underground cavern which has never seen the light of day," the angel replied, "but which has forever been choked with darkness." Joseph found a cave nearby, and Mary said, "Let us enter into it." And he took her inside. Now as soon as Mary entered the cave, it began to shine as bright as the 6th hour of the day. And the light which came from God was such that so long as Mary was there, be it either night or day, there was never any lack thereof.